afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda. Off here to a 1 vs 1 on Rechnaya Pereprava, which is like, you know, my mind occasionally fumbles with the names, fun fact there. And I was like, no, this is Volshanka, no, it's Rechnaya Pereprava, Dane. So anyways, off here to a 1 vs 1 in the north, it is Zodiak, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany. Deutschland, taking on the role here of the 8th Panzer Division west to south. It is Deep Dark Fantasy, fighting for the Soviet Union, Socialism, Comrade Stalin, and the 30th Tank Corps, charged with breaking through these German-held swamps as the 8th Panzer Division is trying to reposition to establish a position for a better counterattack down the road. We got Jaeger Infantry of the Zodiak with ambush training, Jaeger light infantry upgrades, the Jaeger Command Squad, light artillery badges, and of course the Stuka close air support with infantry and Panzerfaust versus Deep Dark Fantasies, shock rifle frontline tactics, urban defense tactics, and guard rifle double infantry and anti-tank grenade. Worth noting there, no airborne troops. Make straight for the center there, sandbags up, thumbs up there. Most players say have a high ranking tend to be quite good at just throwing down sandbags all over the place. It's a really nasty thing to deal with. And as always, we've got a bit of skirmishing there, but as always, please remember to comment, share, like, and subscribe. It would make me quite happy. It would help support the channel, so that would be very nice. And of course, a big thanks to my Patreon supporters who do keep my channel support as well. Big thanks to all those wonderful people. We have Conscript Guns in the EC, another Gunnery Squad wave for the Zodiac for the German Army. Deutschland, 3rd Conscript wave there for Deep Dark Fantasy. So far, we're off to, reasonably regular start in terms of like build orders. Not really any surprises there. You're probably seeing the triple conscript engineer build, which has become very much, I would say, standard for Soviets. Having taken over for the 4 conscript build. Pioneers for the conscripts. In the south here we got MD42 moving in there. Pioneers retreating. I'm probably seeing the triple gun MD42 study for Zodiac, which is very much the standard ammo build still. MD42 up in the conscripts here, suppressing one of the squad forcing retreat here as the MD42 saws right through him. We got conscript bounty north side here, we got units grabbing the fuel point there. Thumbs up though. Tenuous connection, they actually need to grab the point here. Otherwise, it's going to be quickly cut off. In fact, that's about what's going to happen there for Deep Dark Fantasy. We've got 3rd Gunnery Squad there for Zodiac. Very good. Concentrating out there. Troops reinforcing. Lost the fuel point. Going for the field infirmary. Not even doubling units, so he may be playing the 2nd Engineer Squad later. Prioritizing, in this case, getting these conscripts to full squad combat readiness, since they otherwise, a bit below combat strength. Gunneries being engaged with the conscript by the carve point. Firing over the Kar-90 case of the advancing Soviets. But they will soon be outnumbered and routed. Still getting some kills in there. Gunneries moving from both sides. Even got the infantry nice counter flank here by Zodiac. Thumbs up. The chemical soldiers going to equip his stuff with ambush camouflage. Particularly the MD42 benefits a lot from this upgrade. Down here, Gunneries got the southern point. Very good. Grabbing the point here. And we do get the 2nd Engineer Squad in then for Deep Dark Fantasy. Oh, you might wonder why an Engineer Squad here. Well, basically, getting a 2nd Engineer Squad gets you access to another flamethrower, which is really good with the surge, but also worth keeping in mind, in terms of, like, damage, Engineers are actually not far off from contract. They have roughly the same DPS, so while you don't get the 6-man squad in this card, it's less efficient. You're not setting yourself behind too badly, and you set yourself up, besides for more flamethrowers long term. You also can just repair stuff and won't do that, so there's some, shall we say, slightly finicky stuff involved here, but it's, it actually makes a lot of sense on paper. Pioneers grabbing the northern point here, concentrating out the east side, so sort of bit of a note there, but it's very much become the, shall I say, standard Soviet build. Bunker up there, it's all because again, double flamethrowers is really good, in particular when they use the conscious merge with engineers, so they don't have to retreat for reinforcements, and they can keep around the battlefield much longer. That's really powerful as well there. So did he actually cancel the engineers? He actually did. Interesting. So he's just sticking to the triple conscript engineer build there, which is definitely a bit unusual. I mean, he'll probably go for the 2nd Engineer Squad eventually, but this is definitely not quite the standard meta. Pioneers with sandbags to the fuel point, they're helping defend them with these deflect most of the incoming shots there from the attacking conscripts, giving him a bit more time before he has to retreat. Take down there, bankrupt, need to upgrade, of course. Machine gun upgraded with the ambush camouflage as well. Thumbs up there. Confident fire from the new 52. And lightly suppressed, routed. Support carbon up here for Deep Dark Fantasy. Can't find the hit there. So they're keeping up pressure. They're playing the Wehrmacht as aggressively as possible, which is generally what you want to do with the Wehrmacht. It's obviously tricky and obviously has a lot of risks, but as the Wehrmacht, you tend to do a lot better if you play aggressively, in my opinion, try to play defensively. Sandbags in the south here. Good work. Got been getting these for the engineers. Mortar on the way for Deep Dark Fantasy. Now that's interesting. That is a very early mortar here versus Zodiac. Probably hope to deal with the machine gun. Probably thinking he might get besieged around his carve point, but definitely not something you typically see. So that definitely has my interest. That definitely has my interest. Hopefully my viewers' interest too. Sandbag in the south there. Again, thumbs up to Deep Dark Fantasy. Very consistent sandbag usage. Yeah, command squad over here for Zodiac. Probably going to see that. They could also, of course, go for Panzer Grenadiers. They're also getting a very good addition. I'd also see some D-32s for the Grenadier. Very good. There you go. Yeah, command squad. There you go. Great hit from the mortar. Almost taking out the entire Grenadier squad with a single 82mm mortar bomb. And retreating there. No match here from Deep Dark Fantasy. Grenadiers as well. They're getting hit by by the enemy's mortar again. Yeah, command squad moving up there. Here, just looking forward. 5-man squad with 3 D-33s, quite potent obviously, plus of course get smoke grenades and all the other stuff regular grenades do, plus on top of that you get the flare ability. Most players never use it, but having access to flares isn't entirely bad, to be honest. Like, you can give you a slight tactical edge, which is sometimes all you need. Fast tech here from Deep Dark Fantasy. Could he be planning a anti-aircraft tower together as Zodiac? It certainly would be something Zodiac I don't think would be expecting. Could actually throw him off the bit here. Up here on his console there, we got Morton here applying fire support. Shot goes a bit far, but even then, might just be enough here to turn the game to the Grenadiers. And there you go, retreat up north, contra with the MD-42, ambush there and pop. But at the same time reveals the aircraft, but still gets suppressed there. Still gets suppressed. The mortars nowhere need to be seen. Temp tank command almost done. He's slightly going over for the T-70, but the anti-aircraft tower, nonetheless, would I think be a strong showing here from him versus Zodiac, and would also be important to be really fast out and may not be something that Zodiac expects. And sometimes the unexpected is one of your greatest assets in a game like Company Heroes. But there you go, Zodiac filling up here with a Panzer Grenadier squad here for the 8th Panzer Division. Grenadiers moving ahead here, no upgrades for those chaps. So we'll have to see, but yeah, it is looking like the T-70 here for Deep Dark Fantasy, and that's fine. Again, it's a very strong unit, nothing wrong in that. But it would have been a bit neat to see the anti-aircraft take a bit faster than that. Put pressure on Zodiac. Particularly since Zodiac has not been the light mechanized company, so he has no easy way of countering it at this stage. Shock troopers out here for Deep Dark Fantasy. Basically assault engineers with body armor, submachine guns, of course large satchels filled with grenades, which are common I believe for assault engineers. I believe it's also something the Germans used, you know, for assault troops like that. Just give them a big satchel, fill it up with grenades, and, you know, send them at the enemy. Then he's moving about here. Shock troopers moving out. Then he's caught here. We've got 2 squads with G for the face. It's challenging here for the shock troopers to move through negative cover. And go getting up close to that, in which case they're going to do some serious damage. We've got Panzer squad nearby as well. Need to pop a grenade here, and of course they might grenade them as well. There you go. Grenade off the Grenadiers. On the Grenadiers here. Engineers routed. A lot of damage here. We've got the Jaeger command coming from that side. Engineers squad almost wiped out. Heavy mortar fire here continues to rain down there on Zodiac's man's head. Up here west, we got Infantry in good progress there for Zodiac and the German army. Can soon go for the T-7 light tank here though. Panzer there being hosed down with the conscripts out in the open. Down to just 2 men. And routed. Close one there. Close one. Moving about here in the east. Conscript sitting in. Jaeger command squad there with 6 kills. Close to veteran 1. Close to veteran 1. And there we go. 3 men. Routed. Still, Zodiac is doing a great job here containing Deep Dark Fantasy for as long as lasts. He can now go for the T-70. He should be going for the T-70 here. Rifling in the mortar wipes out Deep Dark Fantasy's mortar crew there. Bit of a hit there to Deep Dark Fantasy. Going to slow him down a bit in dealing with some of Zodiac stuff. They're going to be flanking in here. They need to deal with that fast. Engineers bring him might grab the mortar. He should grab the mortar, I think. Shock to deal with the Grenadiers. Can go for the T-70 now. There you go. Cruise up the mortar with the engineers. Thumbs up there to Deep Dark Fantasy. Pushing for the carve point. Mortar hanging back. Is he planning to go straight for tier 4? Or tier 3, I mean. Technically not really a tier 4 for the Soviets. But there you go. We do get the T-70 there for Deep Dark Fantasy. Machine coming to fire from the mortar. And there we go. Does he barrage? Yes, indeed. Thumbs up there. Some players tend to neglect using the barrage ability of their mortars, which is definitely a bit of a mistake. And there you go. Great hit. Kills the gunner. And leaving only 2 men alive. He's using the southern points as well. Very good. T-70 halfway done. And worth noting here that Zodiac has so far not teched up because he's not felt the pressure here from the Deep Dark Fantasy. Well, teched up, I mean built up. He could actually be trying to rush for tier 3, which of course is a pretty bold move there, but certainly I think would be slightly, you know, shall we say, supported by the fact he's been able to keep up really good pressure there on Deep Dark Fantasy, particularly around the fuel points here. Again, just highlighting in with aggressive, the Wehrmacht, you kind of want to play aggressively. Go tease him out, then that's going to punish here then Zodiac for, well, rushing up with an anti-tank gun. But it does depend to the extent how well he also makes use of the T-70 versus Zodiac, and how well Zodiac then counters the T-70 what he has. But there you go, Conscript about to get wiped out here, but again, it's just a huge force of the G4 Feast on the retreat path here, wiping out the unit. Bit of a painful blow there to Deep Dark Fantasy, down to your 3 infantry scores, where Zodiac right now currently has a full 5. That's quite a difference there. Decent fighting at the Grenadier, constantly back here in the west here. We got Shock driving the Panzer Grenadier squad, almost getting a full wipe here. Going for the western fuel point to claim it back here from the fascists. They hit the right scum. Going for the Grenadiers here, Teason rushing ahead here. Deep Dark Fantasy looking to really swing the game back in favour of him. We got Tag up full Zodiac, so he's actually moving for it. Despite having 9 anti-tank weapons, he is basically willing to brave the T-70 here. A bold maneuver there by Zodiac. Engaging the MD-42 there, forcing retreat as the sandbags being removed. Shocked with the advancing command squad. He's go for the southern fuel as well. Got the northern fuel put almost secured here. Western one. Going for the air command squad. Taking a lot of damage here. There you go. Grenade off. Getting a bit of damage in a single kill. Ground the center. He's going to need field guns. He's bringing more engineers. That's not bad either. But I definitely feel like field guns are going to be necessary for Deep Dark Fantasy to survive what comes next here from Zodiac. He's got the tech. He can't build the support core. There's also the option that Zodiac decides to get really greedy and try to push for tier 4. He could pull it off, though I would say that would be incredibly greedy and very risky. Particularly with the T-7 on the field and having no anti-tank bombs. There you go. He's going for the support core there. Thumbs up. Much more sensible. Much wiser. But yeah, Deep Dark Fantasy is going to need some anti-tank bombs at a chance. He could also go for a bunch of SU-6Ms. That could also work. But, may require a bit more management. We do get punch Jaegers out here, so we do see the T-70 is forcing Zodiac to at least respond in some manner until we got medium armor here to the T-70. So it's going here for the Panzerschreck, the Raketen Panzerbuchse. And on a map like Rechnaya Pereprava, which certainly has some slightly more unique geography, with a lot more closer ranges and sharp corners, the Panzerschrecks do perform pretty nice in there. Go rockets flying there, hitting the shrubbery, squirrels screaming his pain as they're finding their little limbs torn off, but the T-70 goes unharmed. Getting here the Panzer Jaegers out in the open. Oh, and they miss, and we could actually see a wipe here on Zodiac's Panzer Jaegers. Punishment actually saying to find no support. And there you go, wipe. That was quite a waste in there for Zodiac. Not only did he lose the Panzer Grenadier squad, but he also lost 100 munitions on the Panzerschrecks. Like, the only silver lining there is the Sods didn't get a Panzerschreck themselves to turn against the Germans. Panther on the way there. I don't actually know if the Sods were really interested in the Panzerschreck. I do know they actually quite like their Panzerfaust because they captured millions of them and actually quite keen on using them. Primarily, I believe, for bunker busting, actually, interestingly enough. Deep Dark fans are going for the field gun. Probably realizing again he's seen absolutely zip in terms of like tier 2 stuff there, so he's expecting a medium armor push there from Zodiac. So field guns can be necessary. In fact, he might need like 2 field guns here to have a better chance of dealing with that. We got mines up here from Deep Dark Fantasy. Thumbs up. Getting here on this with the T-70. Got 8 kills, close to 2 shocked there. Slightly held up with the machine gun bunker there by the eastern entrance. Machine gun on the flank here. The command squad going up there. More mines here from Deep Dark Fantasy would be a nice idea. You could also consider calling in the Insignia artillery strike here, but there you go. Panzer IV out for Zodiac for the German army. Deutschland. The Panzerkampf field rolling through the terrain. Great here on the shock troopers. They're alongside the air command, causing significant hit casualties there. Consport needs to get away there before they join the shock troopers there in death. More today with 2 kills, finding way there at some of Zodiac's position, going for the center there. Up north, we got a movement of the Pioneers with mines as well. They're checking for any certain mines. Good work there. T-70 getting off a hit here. Field gun moving about here for Deep Dark Fantasy. There you go, Pepper run through the roads. No mines there to deal with that one. There you go. Field gun gets a great hit on the Panzer IV, plunging right through the side armor. Anti-tank grenades up as well here for Deep Dark Fantasy to give him a chance to snare up the Panzer IV. and damage his engine, making it a much easier target for the SIS-3 divisional field gun. Which is a fun fact, actually was rechambered by the Germans and then actually used them in Marder, specifically the Marder 2 series, which actually saw usage here and there, including I believe in North Africa, would actually had the British thinking they'd actually managed to add a Flak 88 to tanks already back then. When they first encountered it, Zodiac here going for the Flak Panther to deal with infantry support weapons, not a bad pick at all. The south gun is right here with the shock troopers. Another field gun from Deep Dark Fantasy, very much expected. His opponent there certainly giving him a hard time there with armor, and he's certainly not going to be getting up any medium armor zone anytime soon, so having another field gun ready to deal with that is a very good idea there. Panther 4 needs some repairs there. Hey, could you take a look at the Panther? I've been hearing some weird sounds as of late. Yeah, I think that's a Russian armor round that's sort of been through it. Oh, scheiße. Yeah, I think you're fairly lucky. And it's going to the 5 from the T-70. Austin Flak Panther out there for Zodiac. And second field gun ready there for Deep Dark Fantasy gun. Oh, took a nice hit from the mortar. And a wipe there on Zodiac. That's pretty good there for Deep Dark Fantasy. Like, in some ways he's still behind, but he's actually, you know, managed to close the gap here in some ways versus Zodiac. So that's pretty good there. In the south, Austin rushing in there, sensing weakness, sensing opportunities. Zodiac dispatched the Flak Panther with infantry. Very good there. Engaging the frontal Vics at max range. Can his wing up back up his machine guns there, I believe. Yes, indeed. Shock was suppressed. Charging at the field and trying to clear out the while under from the T-70, I think is pretty ambitious here by Zodiac. Actually, risk losing the 8 command squad on top of everything else would be pretty harsh here for Zodiac. Looks like they do get away. Up north, he conjugate for the Panther 4 here. Try with anti-tank grenade, damage the engine maybe. Second field gun there is, I think, preoccupied with this, the Ostwind. Doesn't get off the anti-tank grenade, he needs to retreat now. Oh, he's not paying attention. At least he may have just paid attention too late. No, it looks like it might be just narrowly salvaged here. T-70 opening gun, it's mortar joining in as well. The mortar's, I think, definitely earning its keep here for Deep Dark Fantasy. More pioneers here for Zodiac. He suddenly realizes he needs more pioneers to repair his stuff. Just one pioneer squad is not going to cut it in the long run, which is definitely true. The T-70 with 15 kills, ace level. A real tiny terror here of the Eastern Front. And we got barbed wire up here by the Western Field point on the sandbags there. Troops reinforcing healing. And I do believe we're getting some tech here from Deep Dark Fantasy now. Yes, indeed. Mechanized armor company being laid down there. We got 344 versus 358. Big 2 points wide. It's actually pretty close between the two. That's a good work there, but Deep Dark Fantasy. Good work. Shockers in West was there for the Western Fuel. Panther 4 setting up. Yeah, command's got pioneers holding up here. And in the south, we got Grenadiers advancing. Sandbags up there. Teasing engaged with the Panther 4 field. Bring up. There you go. Double volley, but only one shot connects. The other one hits the ground. Kicking up some dirt on the Panzer. My God, Jorgen, you're using dirt against us. 90 missed. Oh, scheiße. I've started to get used to them missing so much. Enemy's pioneers are getting murdered by the T-70 light tank as expected. Enemy folding up. Then we actually got a flare here from Deep Dark Fantasy. Probably put out the mortar machine gun for the mortar to be targeted. Right there we go. Ooh, nice hit then. Doesn't get any kills, but very much forces the machine gun to retreat for now. And now we can see the Zodiac finally in response to the certain mortar has gone for a mortar of his own. Figuring that 2 can play at that game. Certainly seems like mortars starting to become part of the meta game again. Like there was a period there where mortars just didn't see much uses, but I'm starting to see a lot more players starting to hang on. Mortars are good. Yes, they are. Mr. South guns bring up the Austin hitting back there as well. 2 kills. Up north, fixture one sees the shock troopers. Close the ace level on those chaps. You can go for T-34 some 6 now. He could also go for the H-5, depending on what you're worried about Zodiac might do next. He could also try and stall for the IS-2, though I'm not a huge fan of that in the current circumstance, but he could do it. We got more mines there from Deep Dark Fantasy. Got the smokes in the center. Great work there by Deep Zodiac there. Meanwhile, he is going for T4, but smokes in there to cover push in the center victory point. 2 thumbs up there to Zodiac. Nice use of their smoke. Always critical, and he's caught laying down mines, and that's going to really ruin the surprise there. Flak Panzer there, engaging the conscripts in the south flank here, clean of Marxists. We got 5 kills there on the Austrian Flak Panzer, 5. He's in there with 22 kills. That one's really getting some serious kills in there on a Zodiac. Meanwhile, on the small stream there, the conscripts are easy targets for the Flak Panzer, and I quickly decided to fall back. There, more smoke. Good lord, he is laying down a lot of smoke here. I'm really liking that. He's actually trying to like make a push for the cover point under cover of the smoke stream. 2 thumbs. I'm even using the Austrian to further sow chaos and disruption in Deep Dark Fantasy's ranks. This is great. This is a pretty good push there, I think, by Zodiac. Could have a bit more momentum, a bit more support there, but the problem is he's actually lost more infantry. So he's down just 2 infantry squads and 2 pioneers, so yeah, he might want to work a bit on that. Unit Pacific next got an engineer squad wipe there, and activated to push back his opponent, so not all bad there, but you know, I like that. I like that. I think it was reasonably well done. Could have been better to get like preserve more units by that point, but you know, can't have everything. Quickly bleeding out there. Deep Dark Fantasy now victory points. Got the T-Sun moving off to do with the pioneers there. And we got the Heavy Panzer Corps going up there for Zodiac. 24 kills, none on the T-34. Moving on the center of the conscript. Could lay down some fresh sandbags if we wanted to. Malta there was 7 kills. And we got none here, but there he goes down to barracks this time around. Not really much point in throwing smoke around now anyways. Field guns ambush as well. Thumbs up the Deep Dark Fence using that ability. Need to fix up the Panzer Waffe. In long term, Zodiac definitely needs to replace him with something. Just 2 infantry schools is very much insufficient. The Deep Dark Fence is also down just 2 infantry schools, but unlike Zodiac, he is replacing those losses. Zodiac going for a Pack 40, starting to sense that maybe, just maybe, he may need a Pack 40 just in case. Mines here, off as well, very good there. Thumbs up to Deep Dark Fans being good at mining. They remain to mine throughout the match. Some players tend to be good early on, but then after a certain point they just completely forget mines exist. Like they have some kind of specialized mine amnesia. Pack 40 out there, the Panzer Abwehrkanone 40. The south here comes against by the MD42, their nice ambush here, and he's bring up as well. Note they've also upgraded with ambush camouflage. So they're good. That's it. Still needs more infantry long term. Still needs more infantry. T-Sun sitting out there for Deep Dark Fantasy. Get him in here. Trying to force something out. Ability is routed with ease. Mortar firing down there as well from the 3rd mortar. Here's construction room on the north here. In the south, comes going to fire from the Flak Panzer. There you go. Significant casualties almost taking out the entire unit. Brutal stuff there. And there you go. 2 men narrowly survive. There you go. Another smoke and another push here from Zodiac for Deutschland. Or maybe it's a distraction. He's actually launches his assault into the base here while his opponent is focused on the smoke, expecting the attack there. He then raids the base. My goodness. It's the Kansas City Shuffle. At least it could have been, but I guess it's got a bit of cold feet. Anyways, would have been pretty cool if he just went in there, got some wipes with it, but you know. At least he tried. I like that. I like that. And something can also highlight, you know, once you get your opponent used to smoke being supporting attacked, you can actually then use it as bait to make them think you're going to attack and then attack them elsewhere. So that's really cool there. That's actually what's doing that. Just use the smoke as a decoy. Great hit from the Panther on the shock troopers. Another smoke screen there. Panther on the way of the Zodiac, filtering through the smoke. Both missed the Flak Panzer. That's pretty lucky there. And more smoke. Mortar firing down here from Deep Dark Fantasy. Knocking the smoke. He's calling in artillery into the smoke. Good hit on the field gun there. I think the dice are here. And the looks like Deep Dark Fantasy now going here for the IS-2 heavy tank. stream here could should be filled with blood and corpses, but no, they do manage to get there out of them, I think, mostly safely. Even some of them are somehow crawling through it and not drowning. Panther halfway down there for Zodiac. More smoke from Zodiac, just more obfuscation of the field to fine line society of deep dive fans. I think it's actually also in part just doing that now, just again to like prevent his opponent from seeing what's going on clearly and use his, his long range weapon effectively. So like, there's a lot of potential of this strategy that I think, Zodiac is highlighting to us, even if like some of them may not in fact be just intentionally just doing it because he likes smoke. Oberleutnant, why do you keep throwing smoke at it? Oh, I just like the look of it. It's really nice. Great graphics. Graphics? Are you alright? Yeah, old war wound. But you're like not old enough to fought in World War One. When's the other war? What other war? The war. World War 1.5. 1.5? Yeah. And there's these royalties on the up here. Field guns opening up. Panther forming in there. T-Fed pulls them gonna fire. Panther lands the hit. And Pack 40 Johnson on the T-Fed needs to fall back. Closing on the IS-2 here for Deep Dark Fantasy. Chasing us the Pioneers. Routed. Field guns blasting away there at Zodiac's forces. You can actually take out the Flak Panzer now, which would certainly hurt Zodiac a bit, in particular since it's so close, like mentioned too. Using South routed. Panther there with 3 kills so far, all from machine guns, I imagine. T-7 forwards, that seems like a pretty bad call there for Deep Dark Fantasy, like into the Panther's line of fire. More smoke here, which makes it harder for the field to get support or anything there. I really like this smoke disruption play here by Zodiac. There we go, field gun cleared out here. Double anti-tank grenades on the Panzer IV. Constantly blasted with the Panzer IV. Casualties piling up here for Deep Dark Fantasy. Zodiac could still do more infantry. Strong the field in here in the stream. Constant ravages. Dead people all over the place. Direct hit from a mortar on the Panther does absolutely nothing. And technically, hitting the engine block might actually done some damage. For example, during the fighting in Arnhem during Operation Market Garden, the TIE tank was actually knocked out when a mortar round hit the engine block, basically hitting one of the radiators, so it couldn't actually move without burning out the engine. Might even in fact been a King Tiger. But there you go, IS-2 out here for Deep Dark Fantasy, the Joseph Stalin 2 heavy tank. No, there technically was the IS-1, but that one actually never really saw any usage. So a little fun fact there. But then it's Disco Heavy Machine Gun being added there to the top, pin mounted. Machine Gun hopper in the center. Flares off from Deep Dark Fantasy, very good. IS-2 linking up with the T-34-76. Equipped with 122mm gun. That was designed mostly for breakthrough, attacking fortified German lines and blasting through them. Less intense than about 18-gauge enemy tanks. Obviously could still do that, but they had considered the 100mm gun, which was actually much better for that, but they ended up going for the 122mm gun, because again they want to focus on breakthroughs with the IS-2 and not so much destroying enemy tanks. Panther gives us the IS-2. While the game by the note shows they have a roughly equal rate of fire, the Panther have been able to land many more shots in the IS-2 than the other one would done in return. As swimming up there, Panther keeps trying away there, shot bounces off the Panther, IS-2 gets a good hit there, T-70 down to half health. Panther getting mentioned, want to get the pack forward again as well here. A lot of fire in the Panther, so they needs to be careful. Could quickly turn a bit sour on him. Also pushing south, there they go, Flak Panther to the rescue. Very close to the 22, and there you go, gains 22, increasing its anti-aircraft mobility, but also rate of fire. Machine gun there, about to be reinforced. Punch sitting up there in the center, IS-2 sitting out. Great hit from the IS-2 on the Grenadiers near command squad. In the south here, Flak Panther sitting out. And there goes Zodiac going for the Stug 3G, the Sturmgeschütz. Realizing that sterner measures are needed to break the Soviets in this sector. Jawohl, Herr Feldmarschall. I request one Sturmgeschütz to break the Soviets. He said it would always be necessary. Field gun there ambushed up. Mortifying away there. Guess it's a flare. Ooh, Pioneer's going to chop it. There you go, mortifying away there. He's laying down another smoke screen, setting up for another push. Or just, again, being an absolute pain in the ass. Ooh, Infantry heading straight into the IS-2's line of fire. Still shot in Infantry. I really think you should go for more infantry squad here. I feel like this is still kind of risky there for Zodiak, in particular with the IS-2 about, which can do heavy damage to the infantry in the south here. Armor moving up here, looks like flank, but there you go. Panther Force moving in to flank here. Feeling caught in the theoretical crossfire, but now arming up the flank of the Ostwind. Fields over there. Morton was taken out. The IS-2 move forwards. The smoke again, it's just making it so hard to hit for deep dark fantasy, like just caught in, like, you know, getting a clear line of sight of what's going on there. So again, I suspect again it's just done there to just constantly disrupt him, and I think also just annoy him. Stu here down the line from the field gun, needs to be careful about that. Shooting the IS-2, some misses. Oh, they hit some mine as well. That Stu sadly is going to go down there. Got the T-34 on the south here. Panther moving in, exposing and heading here. IS-2. Deep Dark Fantasy exposed flank there where the IS-2 can't support. Feeling to that as well here. Turning a bit dicey here. Former comfortable back to wiped as well here. Cash is piling up for Deep Dark Fantasy in the red army. IS-2 going into the Pack 40. Gets the Stug as well. But Pack 40 is allowed to escape here. Panther 4 falling back. Panther now Betty 2 as well. There's Schützen added. Intense and brutal fighting here, but it's starting to look rough for Deep Dark Fantasy. But Marley's just lost his remaining anti-tank and he's lost most of his armor. He's only got the IS-2 left. The mortar's also been cleared out, and I think he's destroying that one as well. Meanwhile, Zodiak has numerous tanks here, though he is short on infantry. So there's theoretical still a chance here for Deep Dark Fantasy to place his cards correctly as Zodiak gets way too overconfident. Both, you know, which are still possible. Jumping in with the Panther and the Panther 4 going for the IS-2. Shot bounced here. Direct hit from the IS-2 and the Panther, piercing the armor, gaining veterans on the process. Shockers going for the center here. Tanks falling back. Anti-tank going for the Panther, damaging the engine there. Need to retreat those shocks before they get annihilated here by all the firepower assembled here by Zodiak in the center. IS-2 moving up. They're going on the hunt here for the Panther, coming in there. Quick consider tank destroy here. The issue 5 next big ability here for Deep Dark Fantasy. That, I don't know. Maybe the K8 actually. Or just a bunch of field guns, but there we go. Su-85 tanks on the way there for Deep Dark Fantasy in the Red Army. And we got more grenadiers there for Zodiac. Finally going for some infantry. I would like to see the Panzer in the squad at this stage, but that's that. Fix up the IS-2 heavy tank. Panzer 4 falling back. 40 kills. That one's been absolutely a menace there for Deep Dark Fantasy. Fixing up steadily and slowly. You know, the reason for the slow rate of firing the IS-2 was simply the fact the shells were so big they actually had to be loaded in 2 parts, which really means you can't fire it fast. But there goes 5 right about down there for Deep Dark Fantasy. Come to the fire here, going for the Northern Field with the shock troopers, taking hits from the air command squad. Could pop a grenade here at the right time. Sprint here, nice. He's actually looking to get some distance, but also imagine possibly dodging the grenades, but it may actually end up backfiring. Oh well. Comes to the top of the Panther 4. Got the damaged engine on it though. And there you go. Got the IS-2 the H5. Going to go for it. Going to try and take it out here. Panther's nearby. Also heavily damaged here. And send it to the cordon on the Pack 40. Could be a good strong counterattack here by Deep Dark Fantasy. Pioneers caught in chaos and disruption. Mayhem ensues. Pack 40 cleared out. Panther almost taken out there. Panther almost half health. Osprey in as well there. He's going to try and take out the Panther 4. He's going to go for the Panther. Looks like he's going to go for both. H5 side, not quite to follow up. He may have popped. Yes, that doesn't look like it. Briefly, he might go for it. There you go. Got the Panther 4. The Grenadiers almost getting wiped out, but it does escape there. Panther moving in behind the IS-2, but it's under fire from the H5 as well. They could see the Panther go down. Sliver of health left there on the Panther. My God. And the H5 takes out the Panther. A stinging blow there. He's sending the IS-2 and the H5 after the Osprey. Need to be careful. There's no support here. Back here, troops setting out there for Deep Dark Fantasy. Needs bringing as well there. I think he needs to put back the units for the IS-2 now for repairs. Gets 1 unit on it, fix it up, and then get it back in action here versus Zodiac. I give you preserve this and not throw it away now to some silly mistake there. He could actually beat Zodiac because that was a strong counter-attack there. Zodiak definitely, I think, got a bit lazy there. Thought he was safe. And Deep Dark Fantasy saw this weakness and pounced him for it. But if he makes mistakes and loses the IS-2 somehow, that could have to give Zodiac still a chance of winning there. But there you go. Gunny's bringing at Jaeger command squad there. Pantherfaust in the IS-2. It's at such a little amount of health that he might actually be able to finish off here with Pantherfaust. Oh dear, Deep Dark Fantasy might just have thrown this by playing the IS-2 too aggressive and not pulling it back for repairs as fast as possible. Mine goes off. The Jaeger command squad advancing. Pantherfaust is available, and mein Gott im Himmel. IS-2 goes down. Deep Dark Fantasy lost the IS-2. He just pulled it back to safety repairs. Who knows? In the base, meanwhile, Flak Panzer strikes terror into Deep Dark Fantasy's men here. 22 killed. Engineers being slaughtered. Wiped out there. Concept in trouble as well. He got 26 kills on the Flak Panzer. Ace run going back here. Yeah, command squad. There's the Ace shock troopers. Of course, both at ace level. Trying to catch the Osman here, but Zodiac is proven to be a wily opponent there, and he quickly gets away with it. Brutal. Panther halfway down there for Zodiac. We've got 277 versus 52, but now I think Deep Dark Fantasy's chance of winning is just went down the toilet. He was so close. So close, but he had to play that IS-2 too greedily. And that might just have cost him. He just pulled it back. Had he just fixed it fast, boom. Zodiac probably would have been a ton of trouble. But, yeah. Oh well. Panther Ready did get the Osman in the end, but yeah, the situation looking pretty grim here for Deep Dark Fantasy. Meanwhile, for Zodiac, he's in a pretty good spot. He's got Finger Squads, he's got machine guns, mortars, pioneers, he's got the Panther, he's got the big 2-point lead. Like, Deep Dark Fantasy chance of pulling through from this is now very limited, I'd say, very limited. Panther sitting out. Goes as a conscript, Panther moving forwards. Should have the pin on machine gun. He's coming in there. Charging forks here. Panther about to engage. Ooh, could see wipe in Deep Dark Fantasy. Of course, at this point, it probably doesn't matter. It probably doesn't matter. Like, he has a squat more or less. 19 versus 277. Extra value getting 22. Small, I suppose, achievement there for Deep Dark Fantasy, but again, nothing that particularly matters now. We got 13 left. 10 left. 7 left. And then go Deep Dark Fantasy surrenders. A loss here for Deep Dark Fantasy. Back to the Zodiac was closer at times. And then again, that was a mistake with the RC. But also feel like at times you could have been more active in the south flank there versus Zodiac. But you know, Zodiac also just played well in the smoke. Mortar, I think, also really just the mortar smoke played a significant role at the time, just frustrating Deep Dark Fantasy, maybe causing him to make some mistakes. So thumbs up to that. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, all that. This has been Perlin signing off, and see you all another time. Cheers.